Emiliano Martinez, first off, does not deserve the Golden Glove.
It's just Argentinian culture. Like we said at the beginning of the tournament, they're like one of the most classless teams, and they showed it after every single game.
My name is Biblical. I am a prophet.
If you look at the penalty shootout where they just lost a bunch of black brothers, what, they looking for chicken now?
No.
Prospero año y felicidad. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
We finally there. Yeah, 5ASIDE podcast, footy discussion from our perspective and our perspective only.
Yes,
and today you are joined by
Sebastian,
Kendrick,
Elisha,
Gabriel,
Josh.
yes, and this is the final 5ASIDE podcast episode of the year, and
Cheers.
we appreciate
Cheers
y'all.
to
We
it,
gotta
y'all.
cheers to
Cheers
that,
to
man.
that.
Cheers to that.
It's
Cheers
been
to that.
It's been an
episode
amazing
13 of
journey for
5ASIDE.
real.
It's
Already.
been an amazing
Already,
journey
bro.
so far,
Already.
man. And of course, we appreciate y'all. Everyone who's been tuning in so far, whether you've been listening on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, you've been tuning in on YouTube. We appreciate y'all so much. Make sure you download the episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Share it with everybody you know. Again, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Big time.
Happy holidays already before this even comes out. Like, whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, whatever it is, happy holidays to you.
sure.
This is also
Fit this one.
the post World Cup final episode. And we gotta start this off with some good energy, with some positivity, and congratulate Argentina on winning the 2022 World Cup. Claps? No?
For Messi,
No?
we can clap.
I'll do it to be diplomatic.
I can clap for Messi and a
congratulations.
couple of them. Maybe
Yeah.
Enzo, young
Congratulations.
player of the tournament.
congratulations to Messi.
Congratulations to Messi. Messi, you deserved it. You earned it. I mean, we can get
And
right
DiMaria.
into it.
And DiMaria.
We can go right to it.
yeah.
DiMaria for sure. Fuck with him. Crazy
Okay,
goal.
so if you're somebody who's just tuning into 5ASIDE podcast and you know that the World Cup just ended, Argentina won it, but we're not so excited about it. Why are we not happy that Argentina won the World Cup?
Bro, Argentina has some assholes on that team, bro. I'm not fucking with how they act at all.
Yeah.
Emiliano Martinez, first off, does not deserve the Golden Glove. Livakovic from Croatia and Bono from Morocco deserve it more than him. They were up 2-0 against the Dutch. He let in 2 late goals to have them almost fumble that. They were up 2-0 in the final. He let in 2 more goals to fumble that, and then got scored on again by Mbappé. That's a hat trick, and we're gonna get into how great Mbappé is.
put his nuts
and
on his
during
neck.
the shootout, he got scored on by Mbappé again. Then you want to joke on this little moment of silence for Mbappé in the locker room. He scored on you 4 times in one game.
Moment of silence is crazy, bro.
3 penalties alone, bro. And he won the World Cup before you as a 19-year-old. So just like, relax, bro. Just relax.
For those who
And
don't know,
wait.
that's the equivalent of a
said that,
wedgie,
wait.
bro.
Y'all saw what he
Four
did with
times
the
on you.
trophy?
Yeah, bro.
If a black athlete did what Emiliano Martinez did with that trophy, and we're gonna show it right here, the conversation would be crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how they let him rock.
Crazy. No one's even saying it, barely saying it, just, oh, it's funny, shithousing. Like, bro, imagine a black athlete did that. That's crazy.
So
That's-
unnecessary.
I
too, bro.
can't
Like,
fuck with that, bro.
You just won. You're not still in a penalty shootouts. You don't like. Who are you trying to distract? What are you doing? Like, you're a grown man. I understand if this was like a frat boy in like
He
freshman
is.
Yeah,
year.
he is a frat boy.
It's just come on.
Like,
bro.
teams are losing with more grace than they're winning with, bro. It's embarrassing. I
Yeah,
don't
well
fuck with it.
said.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just Argentinian culture. Like we said at the beginning of the tournament, they're like one of the most classless teams, and they showed it after every single game.
Yeah.
Credit to Messi, credit to DiMaria, but like the way that Argentinian team has like created this culture of like, oh, we're just gonna be like completely unlikable to the neutral fan. Yeah, you are. Like, you are completely
Yeah.
unlikable to the neutral fan, and as a neutral
Yeah.
fan that like wasn't really rooting for both teams, like to see that Argentinian culture really be showcased at the end of the game was just like, ugh. I
Yeah.
don't know, it's
And
tough.
when Messi retires, it's quiet for y'all for a long
Facts,
time.
facts.
So don't enjoy this, please.
I feel like non-footy fans enjoyed the Argentina like shithousery. Like American
course.
football fans, NBA fans who are used to more of like that showboating. In the NFL, they actually after every tackle, bro, niggas
They get penalties
dancing.
for that,
So
though.
like they actually like
Yeah.
that. Like
But it's
American fans
also
like
not.
that.
I don't think it's the same thing, especially when it's because like holding it with the trophy in front of like the royalty of Qatar putting your dick on it, bro.
Americans don't care about that. They actually like that. They're like,
I don't think they do, honestly, because they get mad. No, time out. I disagree, because they got mad at Odell for doing Michael Jackson moves after a touchdown.
Because he's black.
So,
but he's also a black man.
That's my point,
so,
though. What I'm saying is, bro, imagine Mike Maignan, right, who should have been with France, but he was hurt. If he was their starting keeper, they win it. He gets Golden Glove. Imagine he puts his dick on the fucking Golden Glove, bro. Real shit. Imagine Bono does
No,
it.
we don't disagree. I'm just saying I think the American fans,
when it's not a black person, maybe.
Who are like now getting more exposed to the game. At least like what I've seen on Sports Center and Bleacher Report, like everybody's in the comments like W goalkeeper, like you know what I'm saying? Like they like it, bro. That's
And
I'm not saying it's good. I don't like it. But
I don't mind his like bullshit during the penalties.
No,
I don't
it
mind
works.
it. It works.
The
Like,
shit with
I respect
Chouameni was
it.
great. It hurt
It's
my heart,
just-
but like that was great.
It's just that like gesture is disrespectful to the culture of the nation. Like with
That
the prince
too.
right in front of you, like what the fuck are you doing, bro? Come on.
I mean,
But yeah,
all in all, though,
It's nuts.
they
It's a fact. It's
they
a fact.
won, and the game itself. I personally think this was the best football match I've ever watched in my life.
I ain't seen no
period.
shit like that, bro.
Like
Same.
I don't think anything else
No.
compares to it. This was incredible. This was the best final I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This was for me the best World Cup I've ever watched. And a lot of people are saying that it's recency bias. It's not. I know how to
It's not.
differentiate like the quality of a World Cup,
Yeah.
whether it's the last one or not.
Yeah.
This was the
Yeah.
best World Cup, bro.
And major shout out. We had an event at Soccer Roof with Pele Soccer Shop and all things football at Soccer Roof Sunset Park. The watch party was jumping, as y'all seen from the reels that we posted. That we maybe clip some of it right here from when Argentina won that final penalty kick. Like absolute scenes, the most exciting watch party I've ever been at, most exciting game I've ever seen, and I would say the best sporting event to cap the best tournament ever. So if you say the best sporting event ever, period, I'm not mad at it at all.
For
honestly.
real, for real. Shout out everybody that came through. Shout out all things football as well, and whatnot.
Yeah, Soccer Roof, Pele Soccer.
Yeah.
This was a dope event, and I think that it's also great to see like the different emotions in person. Because obviously a lot of times we kind of get the feeling that unless you're in the stadium, then you're not really having like the full experience. No, when you have people who are like, we saw a lot of people there who are Messi fans, who are Argentina fans, who might not be Argentinian, but who are genuinely like, my boy Ahmed was going through it, bro. Like his chest was jumping.
Yeah.
He was
facts,
crawled up,
Legitimately
in pain.
praying after Mbappé
Yes.
scored, bro. He was in
Like,
the corner like, this can't be happening.
It was nuts. And then seeing like a French person with a big flag on, like this dude is
Passionate,
red throughout the whole game, like in shambles. Like you feel that energy, and being around that during the final is dope.
No, I feel like watching an international game with people that are from that nation is it's actually the most fun thing. Like I've watched international games with like Spanish people, like German people, when like they're playing each other. It's like completely different than when you're watching it by yourself as a neutral, because like you start maybe like rooting for them a little bit or like rooting against them. It's the best.
No, it was just scenes, bro. Just
But
scenes.
and it was a very special final because obviously 6 goals in a final, and it's not the same thing as 6 goals in the 2018 final where France just got 4, and it was pretty clear they were gonna win it. Croatia got 2 consolation goals. This was like Argentina. If you didn't watch it, Argentina went up 2-0. Messi got the first goal with penalty. DiMaria got the second goal. France, I don't know if Didier Deschamps just panicked and took out Dembele,
Made the right
took
panic
out
move, though.
Giroud.
Good subs, bro.
Great subs.
But they were great subs, but at the time it felt like it was just desperation.
Nah.
And
That's the emergency button.
to
He pressed
me at
that
least,
shit.
because it felt like it
felt
hadn't
like
been
it
enough
too.
time to show that they're not worth keeping for the remainder of the match.
I saw a lot of commentary people like Dembele, bro. That was one of the worst performances they've ever seen
but
like
he's,
that.
They were
he's
on his
still
day.
Ousmane Dembele.
I
Like
agree.
after
I agree.
that halftime pep talk, you never know how a player is going to perform. At the very least, like
Finish that.
60th minute
Finish
or
the
something.
half.
Finish the half.
Finish the half.
It worked.
Do we want to discuss that before we move on to the rest of the match?
sure.
or-
I'm gonna just
go ahead,
summarize
yeah.
and we're gonna
Yep.
get
Yeah,
back to it. But after that, second half, later in the second half too, France kind of turned it up. Coleman came on. I think that was a great.
Camavinga came on.
Camavinga came on. I think those
My
were great
brother.
subs for France. Turned up the energy. Mbappe, I don't know if he summoned, God bless the dead, Kobe's spirit or MJ spirit or something, but that boy
He got that dog in him,
awoke
bro.
the dog in
Un
him.
chien.
and it just went on.
Yeah.
What was the intervals between the two goals that were scored? 2 minutes or something?
literally
like that?
2 minutes.
Bro,
Yeah,
93
so-
seconds.
Scored,
Fucking nuts.
got a penalty, scored that one. Less than 2 minutes later, scored the second one.
The
and
audacity.
then
He scored 3
Yeah.
penalties
Yeah.
in one night, bro.
Yes,
On the same keeper, I think
He
the
was
same
talking about the
side
Kane
too,
stuff
bottom
in
left,
matches.
right?
Yes,
Exactly.
Bottom
same
left.
side.
Yeah.
Equalized that 2-2. Went to extra time.
That man is different.
3-3. And then
The shootout.
penalty shootouts. Argentina wins it. So,
Yeah.
But to go back to earlier.
Yeah, let's just discuss each
subs?
Yeah.
Let's
Point
go
by
through
point.
Yeah.
The first 2 goals. Beginning of the game, Argentina looked like they just wanted it more.
Yeah.
They looked like they had more energy. They were more aggressive. Like these boys were running with their heads up. Like every Argentina player looked like Jordi Alba. If y'all haven't seen Jordi Alba run, it's
funny as
like
hell.
this all the
facts.
time. So they look like they wanted it.
Like what?
Yeah.
And then like that.
Yeah, and
bro.
they can't do it no
So-
more though. Get him off the national team. Anyways.
But then the subs happen. You don't think it was out of desperation?
Let's start with the pen.
I was about to say that was
the
not a
first
penalty,
man.
bro.
Yeah. You don't think it was a pen? No, it was.
No,
It
I think it was-
was.
no,
So
no.
Sorry, it
Argentina
was.
getting
He-
pens
the-
the whole tournament too.
But they have all been pens, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
I don't like them. I
Who-
watched.
I don't
all of
think the
them.
Croatian
It was
one was either.
DiMaria won the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His foot knocked into the back of Dembele's. I don't think Dembele didn't even tackle him,
I
bro.
will
I
say
disagree. Go
yeah,
ahead.
That is a part. Players be doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying that's valid, but players be doing that shit. So why is it a pen for you? Why isn't it a pen for you?
So for me, first of all, he mixes Dembele. Dembele had no idea where
That's
he was
a
going.
fact.
He turns him, and then Dembele, I think, panics and like tries to chase him. And he did that thing where you kind of like double step when you're like behind somebody. And when he put his foot down the second, like he goes 1, 2. When he puts his foot down the second time, obviously DiMaria is turning to cross it, and
We
his
need
like
the live
heel clips
replay.
him.
We
Like,
need-
Yeah, with the-
we
the
need
clip
the
right there.
live replay right
His
here.
heel, like
very slightly, 'cause
DiMaria's
copyright.
heel.
Yeah. You got 2
facts.
seconds, you
But-
too.
No, I'm
Literally
saying
just
for us
that.
to see it.
Of course. Yeah.
We're
We'll
gonna have
clip
screenshots.
Yeah,
We'll clip it on
exactly.
TikTok.
Yeah, we'll clip it
Yeah,
shortly.
so DiMaria's heel clips like the front of Dembele's foot. DiMaria feels the contact, makes a lot of it, but it is still a pen, in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but from what I remember when I saw it live, it looked like DiMaria got in front of him. Dembele's trying to catch up, and DiMaria's foot caught like Dembele's leg rather than the other way around.
Got you.
I will say in general with that situation, Di Maria was aware of Dembele's presence
Exactly.
and slowed down to
Facts.
Yeah, you're waiting
course,
to
of
like you're
course.
trying to catch his
No, he
his
slowed
foot
down.
so you
As
can
he should,
fall.
though.
Yeah.
Hold up, let's see.
Y'all
Yeah,
watching it?
to be fair though, I just feel like
Bro, it looks worse in slow motion.
No,
Yeah, to
I'm
be-
not seeing.
to be fair.
Oh, that
bro,
ain't no pen.
To
That's
be
not a
fair,
pen.
to be
That's not a
fair,
pen. I don't think that's a pen.
if that happens against a Brazilian defender, like I would say, yeah, it's not a pen too. There's that psychology to it. When you genuinely support a team,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
you see the pens differently.
For 100%.
Where's the penalty?
I'll be completely honest and say that I see it. Let me see.
Where's
think-
the penalty?
That's
think-
a bad angle.
Why? It's
I-
zoomed
You
in on
see
his
it-
feet.
No, but it's from that angle you don't see specifically where.
It
it clipped
No,
them.
that's actually no way,
But
bro.
it was. But again,
That's not a penalty.
the
One
referee
thing-
sees it as you're responsible as a top level player to know that if you run
next to someone.
at a certain proximity to a
Facts.
player in the box, you know
You
you're
cannot
gonna
clip
take him
them.
down.
You can't clip them.
You
I
know,
think-
especially if he's
can't.
running fast,
Yeah.
he's off balance.
I'm gonna say this.
Football.
I'm with Kendrick because for me, real quick, bro, it's just like he's running next to somebody.
he's
I'm running
behind.
next to you, and now my foot just hits you and I fall over. That's what it looks like to me.
It's
Why, you gonna say something?
he's behind. So for me, it's just like,
I don't think so.
yo, if you're
don't
you're
think so
behind
either.
him, you have to be very careful because the ref
is he
is looking
supposed
at.
to do,
Tell me
though?
if I'm wrong.
No.
The ref is looking at it from
Back
a
off.
perspective of like
You should.
you're
You
supposed
gotta
to be you're supposed to be defending just the ball.
Yeah.
If you know for a fact you are behind this guy,
Don't
you're
get
not.
in-
You
don't
don't
get
want to
involved.
fully foul him. You're behind him. You can't get to the ball.
Don't get
you're not
involved.
supposed to touch him at all.
That's a
No,
fact.
right?
I will say that there's also, in a sense, certain unspoken rules in football, which we all know. One thing that you highlight is the fact that Di Maria got past Dembele clearly, which adds a layer to the situation.
Definitely.
That's one thing I think we haven't mentioned
No,
yet.
that's
Because if
Coach
Dembele
K.
was struggling with him the whole time, Coach Kwasi. If Dembele was struggling with him the whole time, then it's like, okay, like you guys were kind of fighting for it and stuff like that. There have been some interesting penalty calls throughout the whole World Cup. You would say Argentina's penalties have been straight through. Was that what you're saying?
Except for the Croatia one.
They have 5 or 6 now. Messi
would say-
scored 4,
Yeah.
and he missed 1, so
Yeah.
he's had
Four
5.
penalties.
That's a lot of. I'm
He
not
made-
even
yeah.
saying.
Pessi.
It's just strange.
Pessi for
It's just
sure.
strange, honestly.
I'm
I'm not saying no corruption. It's actually like not normal to
But
have
that-
them. It's the most
that-
ever in the World Cup.
That is Argentina's model, though. Out to the wings, turn in, get into the box, and get
yeah,
fouled on the
or
court.
Messi down the
That's
middle.
what they do.
No, that's for sure.
That is what they do.
I just want to say shout out to Dembele, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, of
you
course.
balled out the whole tournament, because everybody was coming for his neck. Like,
Yo, the commentators were on his dick.
It's a little too much. It's a little too much.
they're like,
Yeah.
what a shambolic
I've never seen such an
performance.
awful performance.
It's like, bro,
Yo,
he had a
one
bad
tweet?
30
Hold on.
minutes, but he had an amazing World
No,
Cup, bro.
exactly.
And a World Cup
No,
that he
exactly.
may not have otherwise started
I
in.
saw. I didn't want to give it.
Alexi Lawless.
Okay, but Barca,
that's
Barca
amazing.
fans know how to appreciate you. Usman.
I'm a Barca. I'm a.
You said I was gonna say you a Barca. Oh,
Hater.
I should have let him say that. I could have let him say that.
Wait, hold up.
Bro, that would have been my ringtone
nigga was talking.
for the whole 2023, bro.
Yes.
They
You're
ain't
wild.
saying
You're
I'm
wild,
a
bro.
Barca fan.
Oh, dude.
You
I'm
could
looking
clip,
for
you
some-
could clip it, bro.
This
Edit it.
crazy hate.
Nah, but
Nigga-
before while you look
while
for
you
it.
look.
DiMaria's goal.
So then the DiMaria's goal, are we? That's clear.
I just want to
Okay.
say, DiMaria is the third best Argentinian player of all time.
Nah, that's
better than
Riquelme.
Better than Riquelme.
Hey.
Better than who's the other one?
I will say this. No, go ahead.
Who's the player that Messi had just gotten past? Whatever.
Some old nigga that we don't know.
They're gonna
No,
cook
on
us.
some
They're
real
gonna
shit,
cook us.
because we're young boys.
They're
We
gonna
don't know
cook
what
us.
happened in the 70s.
They're gonna cook us.
Yeah.
They're gonna cook us.
Yeah.
That no. Listen, DiMaria has scored. DiMaria has scored
He
in
said they're gonna
4
cook us.
straight international finals for Argentina. Every single time they
That's
play a
crazy.
final,
Wait, and what he does
DiMaria
at club
scores.
level-
That's a crazy
crazy.
stat. That's a crazy
And
stat.
club level,
I'm
he
not.
scored in the
I'm actually. Let me rephrase this
for
point. so that-
Argentina's national team.
in terms of games played for Argentina's national team, DiMaria
Third
is
best
the
ever?
third greatest
for sure.
Argentinian
No,
ever.
That's very fair.
That is
if you
that-
go club,
Yeah.
I don't know as much, but no, national team. That
mean,
sounds more valid.
listen.
He scores every time they play a final.
It's weird.
club-
Every time.
It's weird.
Club level, no, he's still valid with Madrid. He scored in that
Goated.
final, bro.
Facts.
He's
Yeah.
a different type. He's a baller. For
Yeah.
real. I was saying, if we're talking about the goal, he chopped it over the goalie nice. It was a little
Slick.
Ozil, yes, sir.
Ozil bounce. He
Slick.
hit the ball into the ground.
Yeah.
Is it
That was
Roberto
nice.
Ayala?
Kids, listen to Coach K.
No.
For
Nah,
real.
Ayala.
Know what I'm saying?
It was a nice
Ayala's a
foul.
legend. Riquelme is a goat too, though.
Yeah.
No one can take free kicks.
Zanetti.
Like him, but Zanetti. No, there's a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. And he just won a World Cup, so
True. But yeah, other than that, we go into the second half.
Crespo.
Crespo
Crespo.
to
Better than
on
Crespo.
y'all team, right?
Imo better than Crespo. No. Fiorentina.
Y'all think Giroud should have came off?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was injured.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he was sick and he had a knee problem. So
Yeah, for 48 hours prior to the game.
A lot of them
Who
got
was
sick.
it?
Giroud,
Konate.
Chouameni. I think
Varane.
Rabiot maybe too.
Yeah, Rabiot.
A good chunk of
Didn't
them was
train
sick.
with them. They were sick, and then the day before they came back with the team.
Wow,
There was a lot going
holiday.
on with it.
Yeah.
So that could have played a part as to why they had such a slow start
Has to.
to the game.
yeah,
But they
I think
whatever happened else,
do
they
y'all-
picked it up in the second half.
Do y'all think France winning 2018 changed the start of that game? Because for me, Argentina felt like we have to win the World Cup right now.
Yeah.
But
France, even though, and I know Mbappé obviously wanted it the whole time. We can't say he didn't want it because he wasn't as good in the first half. I think the French vibe was just, they did not match the intensity. And I do think it is because they did win last.
Yeah.
Because there's way less pressure.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
But
there's
even-
way less pressure.
Even before the game, though, the episode we did before, we all called it. Like,
Yeah, we did.
Argentina's press is different, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like France hasn't come out in any game before that on 10.
Yeah.
So to see them get pressed the way they did was not surprising, or
Yeah.
nor did it feel like, oh, they're like especially bad. They
Yeah.
were just literally adjusting to the pace that Argentina plays at,
Yeah.
and we're getting dominated.
I think that's too where it looked like they were missing a little bit of the Pogba in the middle, Conte in the
a
middle.
bit of calmness in the
Yeah, that's where the depth started to show a little bit. But you were talking about the press last time too, Quaz. Just how
100%.
quick they were. Yeah.
The triggers were there. It was interesting too because, granted, in terms of both sides, a lot of people that was their first World Cup final. You would say,
It was because there's so many injuries and shit.
yeah, for
real.
France and for Argentina. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But as you said, Argentina definitely had a lot more to go for in a sense. Also, Argentina's previous knockout games, they've had very tense ones. They could have been knocked out very early. They got shocked by Saudi Arabia. France, I mean, had they had that many people that have checked them like that?
They lost to Tunisia, but with their B
With
team.
B team.
Yeah.
England was
Did they
their
need
most
to win
intense
that?
game.
No,
Yeah,
No. They
England
lost
was-
and won the group still. England was their big intense game.
That's interesting.
But they didn't have the Dutch craziness,
Bro,
lose a lead, penalties.
Argentina's heart's been going since
Yeah.
like the second, third game.
And what's crazy too is
they're a passion team. So.
yeah, but losing another 2-goal lead, whoo, I know they were shaking for a little bit. They were shaking.
Nah, they're definitely shook.
That's
bro.
so scary, bro.
Nah,
I
you
mean,
should-
you're like,
yeah.
fuck.
if you
This
look
is it.
at
Yeah.
so if you look at Mbappe when he volleyed it, Pro clubs.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. That was a
Argentina
crazy.
said,
Unbelievable.
The fact that he hit it first time,
Nah,
I was
yeah.
like, nah, he's different, bro.
Nah.
Because he had the time to
That's
take it down.
Mbappé, bro.
He had the time to
Mbappé,
take it down. He said, fuck it, I'm
Yeah.
smashing
The
this
nigga
shit.
swung
Him
his
Mbappé
body.
for real.
Mbappé, bro.
Swung his body.
Yeah. You seen the still image? Put the still image at Mbappé, bro.
facts.
The technique's crazy, bro.
Bro, it's nuts.
Not scared of the
So
moment.
they take Dembele and Giroud off. Thoughts on that? Do we want to discuss it a little? Just
Yeah,
quickly?
I
like
didn't really understand it. You said Giroud was injured. Dembele, I felt like, yeah, you have to let him at least finish the half. That's crazy to me in a World Cup final, in a football match. Period. To take somebody off before the match, especially if he's a household name, if he's not somebody who's used to underperforming, you
Household
don't take him off that early.
The
Like,
aesthetic is
that's
crazy,
to
The
too.
me.
aesthetic's crazy.
And it's, what do you mean the aesthetic of what?
The aesthetic is crazy.
Leaving
Like,
the
it's
first
just
half
mad
is weird.
disrespectful.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
it's-
yeah, like, yo, he do not fuck with him
I'm
at
not
all,
gonna lie.
bro.
But it
It's
works.
interesting because like even in like just the camp, it's like, okay, we've been working together as a group. You've been playing well. You've been playing well. We get to the moment, you're not doing well today.
Yeah, bro. Like,
if I'm-
that must have hurt,
If I'm
bruh.
Usman,
I
bro,
never thought. I didn't think of it like that. Yeah.
if
Yeah, it's
I'm-
like I proved to get here.
And
Well,
now he's
fucked
like,
up
yeah,
to not
nah.
be there.
Yeah, if
30
I'm
minutes, different, bro.
Bro, if I'm Usman
Touched the
at
ball 6
halftime,
times.
I
Yeah,
would
bro.
hold my tongue just for the sake of the game
team,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
over yet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold it. But afterwards, bro, you gonna have to hold me back from smacking DJ Disha,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Can you argue with the result,
Why you gotta
though?
smack
All
him,
right,
bro?
so then
Can you argue with the result?
You gonna take me
I feel
off
you, I
before
feel
the
you.
half? I'm
And then
Usman
they go
Dembele,
back.
bro.
Okay, and let me
Stop.
respond.
Like,
let me
what?
respond. Let me respond to Deschamps. Right? You go.
Yeah, hold on.
Go ahead.
Respond.
I go. Yo,
That's
listen,
going,
nigga.
hey, that's going in the trailer. That's going in the trailer for sure.
Nah, I mean, his Deschamps' thought process is this, right? Why wait to see if Dembele is gonna prove himself when I
Yeah.
have Muani and Thuram, who came on the last game,
Real nigga
who
shit.
cooked. Who did they play? They played Croatia or the Morocco, right?
Morocco,
when
yeah.
when
Changed the
Thuram
game.
and Muani came on,
Changed the
game.
they cooked. They cleaned up that game, finished
Yeah.
it off. So you bring them on. You don't have to have them adjust for the first 10 minutes of the second half.
True.
You give them the last 10 minutes of the first half to adjust. They come on with the rest of the team already ready to go, and that way you don't have to, have this little 10 minutes where you lose
Nah,
time.
It worked. It worked.
And-
I understand the sentiment, but I also think that just as Mbappe was quiet during the first half and turned it up during the second, I would give Dembele the benefit of the doubt that he was going to turn it off in the
I'm
second.
gonna say this.
Those halftime pep talks are different.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, honey, I think coach was just scared he was gonna fuck up some more.
But listen, he won the World Cup as a player. He won the World Cup as a coach already.
Yeah.
And it clearly worked. So you gotta respect what Deschamps says for real. And it really did work. It like completely. So shit. Sometimes you gotta do craziness to get through.
Facts.
Mourinho's done some crazy shit to do his successes. So
Kendrick, what
it
you
looks
saying?
crazy. It looks. If you're Argentina though, we know we got you on the ropes because you look nervous as fuck.
Facts.
Making a 40th minute substitution. Halftime's in 5 minutes.
Facts.
But it did work. So,
So 2 goals happened. Mbappe.
unreal.
I mean, let's
Unreal.
talk about the first
Killy,
penalty.
killy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mbappe, yeah.
Killian spelled Kill.
Killy.
Different.
Facts.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mike.
That boy is good. Shout out Daniel Sturridge, bro.
First penalty was a pen USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took him down.
Fair.
For
I
sure.
don't remember who was.
Otamendi.
Yeah, someone skinned him and he took that
Yeah.
nigga for a run.
Otamendi
course.
went to Turkey and got a crazy
hair
hairline,
plug,
bro. He
yeah.
went the same place Ter Stegen went to.
Definitely.
But yeah, it just looks
damn.
weird on him, bro.
Yeah.
Just sometimes just
He got
keep
the
the
egg
forehead,
there.
bro. It's okay.
He probably
Like,
getting
it's okay.
bad shorties.
Nah, but he's a World
I
Cup
I heard he
Now,
be
shorty.
he
He's a
fucking
World
teammates'
Cup-
wives and shit. I
What?
heard he's that type of nigga.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Google it.
What source?
Heard it here first.
Google it, bro. Google
Daily-
source
daily
fucking
news.
niggas.
Trust me, bro.
Daily News. The Sun.
Yeah, no, for sure, right?
Trust me, bro. Nah,
then,
but the volley was a bit mad as well.
I'm-
Are we
the
done?
audacity.
Are we done talking about the volley?
No,
No,
We
I gotta
haven't
go
even started,
earlier.
I feel like.
I gotta go earlier. How are y'all feeling in like the 75th minute? Because for me, it started being
okay.
like, damn, little 2-0,
Yeah.
kind of boring final. Like
Yeah.
France was slowly
Hold on.
turning it up.
I was having
I
other,
was like-
bro, I was having other conversations.
It was kind of
like what y'all getting into?
the
after
penalty.
this?
But I kept
Like-
saying, because you was at the watch, I said,
Yeah.
bro, if France scores one, they're sweating. Argentina's sweating. Penalty?
Wait, and vouch for me.
Yeah.
Vouch for me. What happened 10 seconds before Mbappe scored the second goal?
He said they were going to score again.
10 seconds
No, he
before
said he was gonna score
Mbappe.
again.
I
Yeah, he
said
said
it, bro.
scoring again.
I
He
sensed
felt
it.
it. He felt it. I ain't gonna lie.
Google ELISCHA. Prophet, bro. Prophet. It's my name is biblical, bro.
Biblical
my
now.
name is biblical. I am a prophet.
Biblioteca.
10 seconds. Ask
Come on.
anybody that was there 10
Biblioteca.
seconds before the goal, bro. I said it was like a thing. Like I felt like a spidey sense, and I was like, I feel like it's gonna be a goal, and then what happened? A goal was scored, bro. I do this.
That was not uncomfortable, bro.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's
a lot, bro. You stay on that side.
I just want to shout out something.
Sportsgasm, bro.
Definitely sports.
That's
guys.
what it's
like
We'll
called.
get into sportsgasm.
I didn't like that.
Sportsgasm.
So
do that.
this is a group chat with me and my friends, right? It's the 12 of us, we're discussing all of us are in different cities because of college, so we're all watching the World Cup game together. My friend Matthew, he texted in the group chat at 11:39. He goes, "I'm so sick." He's rooting for France. The World Cup always goes so poorly for me. I go, "This was a fun World Cup though." Because we all think that it's over, Argentina's won.
Yeah.
Matthew goes, "This dead might be my least favorite game in the tournament that I've ever watched." I go, "Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed the tournament." He goes, "I feel like my father watching soccer.
This
I'm
is
bored."
the most positive I've ever heard you.
He goes, I'm gonna go watch YouTube instead. Immediately after, the whole group chat erupts. Oh my God, wow, holy shit, wow, what a game, holy shit, wow. And then for the next 2 minutes, Mbappé scores, and then Mbappé scores again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And immediately my phone blows up. Everyone
was
starts
crazy.
like, imagine
Yep.
from thinking, I'm gonna go watch YouTube,
Yeah.
to I cannot turn this game off, to
Yep.
this becomes the best final of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting. So in general, there's been a discussion about the World Cup. If there's been very quality in terms of the football that's being played, we're having this conversation, and to some degree, some of the teams, because the quality is high, and there's not much differences. The difference becomes, just in professional high level sport,
Yeah.
it becomes the mistakes.
Yeah.
So Argentina's goal against was it Croatia in the semifinals? Some
Yeah.
bounce,
The deflections, the
mad
weird
deflections.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, when niggas start getting tired, that's when the bullshit starts. And we've been seeing that all game. And that's kind of how just the get sport goes
Yeah.
in football as well.
Yeah.
It's like to the last 20 minutes.
Like, yeah,
You don't know.
you don't know.
75 minutes
Yeah.
in, it's like,
And
we're not done yet.
Yeah, and we can speak on the energy y'all too as well in the watch party, because it definitely felt like the Messi fanboys are always about to get. It just felt like it's kind of complete, felt over.
Yeah.
That penalty happens where Argentina about starts sweating, it goes in. My French boy, the flag around,
Bro.
starts getting lit. Y'all know I want France bad.
Bro.
Then out of nowhere, and we're helping out for the event. I'm capturing tons of videos. When France scored that second goal, I just sprinted, bro. I
ran.
left.
We ran, bro. Somehow
sprinted, bro.
We
I
were
didn't
right
catch
next to
shit.
each other.
I
We were
ran.
right next to
I don't
each
know where I
other.
went. I just sprinted.
We ran in different ways. I jumped over some bench.
Fucking nuts.
All of that, we running around the place. Somehow, me and Gabe ended up meeting again somewhere in circles.
I was sprinting by the Queens and shit, bro. Oh my God.
Bro, I swear to y'all, I go back. I'm hyped because I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
They just equalized.
Yeah.
This random white man comes to me, is about to high five me, bro. Homeboy completely misses my hand and smacks me dead in the face, bro. And I saw the fear in his eyes because he's like, I just slapped this kid.
Yeah.
And I was just
Hate
like,
crime.
bro, you good. You good. The adrenaline was like, I'm good. I don't even feel that. But just to show the emotions that a moment like that can conjure.
Mickey
is
was like, "You get
amazing.
that?" I said, "Nope." Get your next goal, though, bro. They just took over. They just emotion, like, bro. It's
Nah, it's
incredible.
different.
Incredible.
If they could have found a way to get another one in before the half too. And
Facts.
Mbappe from the 70th minute on was a different type of player.
Different, bro. He said, first off, I feel we just got to talk about Mbappe and his legacy already, because this is unreal, bro.
I will say a hot take. I think that this did more for his legacy than winning that shit.
Yeah.
Hot take, son.
Well,
Wait, why?
That's a
Explain
good
to me.
I say it's about with the performance.
I can't.
Wait. So what's the take?
Yeah, what's the hypothetical? Go ahead.
My hot take. So in general, in professional sports, the protagonist, somebody who is obviously one of the better players or whatever they're good at,
Yeah.
when there's a situation when they outshine and still do not achieve, it also adds, like, for instance, when you think of 22 World Cup, you are thinking of Messi, but you have to think about Mbappe now. It's not that Mbappe has a lack of support in the sense that, like, it's 11 people on the pitch.
Yeah.
So it's not like you could isolate the players, said it's all him. Hat trick in the World Cup is mad. And you didn't touch it, and it could have been in second. Okay, so you deserve better.
On some LeBron when he's
So you're
dragging
saying
Cleveland
the
vibes.
narrative. Got it.
The narrative, because if he heard it twice,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, okay, like, this is what he's doing. But it's like, nah, he could be doing a lot of shit by now.
Yeah.
No, I agree, because it also, the narrative plays into, Mbappe did all of this, put his team on his back,
Still
and
couldn't win.
still didn't win. So the narrative starts to shift in his favor because it becomes like a whole fan base that shifts towards someone that deserved something
never his
but
fault.
didn't get it.
He's one of the few players from the 2018 camp.
Yeah.
One of the only that, you know what I'm saying? If we look at his penalties, he took the first penalty after scoring too, bro. You're the leader.
And the whole time, like
same
the
time.
goals, the penalties, he looked like the most fearless person on the
never
pitch.
seen
I love
Yo,
it.
bro,
Like,
I've never seen
the
everybody-
audacity to not even wait for the ball to bounce and still half volley it is crazy.
Bro,
And
there's fucking
Continue,
the,
continue.
Yeah, of
the
course.
second penalty he had,
Bang
like,
that shit.
he like stepped up, put the ball down, and the referee's like walking around like trying to make sure everybody's behind the line, and he's just standing there like waiting for the ref.
Yeah,
like,
he knew it was going in.
He's like, "Are you done?" The ref blows a whistle, and he just walks up, and bangs it in. I'm like, bro,
same corner,
cold,
right
bro.
footed.
Like,
Yo, go bottom left.
He looked
Crazy.
mad comfortable.
Yeah,
Nasty.
unreal.
The biggest moment in his life, bro.
And bro, I just can't even.
Nuts.
Nah.
He just said, "Yo, give me the ball on the left wing, and I'm going crazy." 70th minute onward. I have never seen a player take over like that. Now, also think about how many French players were injured. So all those main guys from last World Cup who are not there. So we have Pogba, we have Kanté, all these guys. Some of the better new players like Nkunku weren't there. Giroud was no longer there off the pitch. Dembele was off there. So this French team, if you look at the lineup that was on the pitch, they're like average age, like 23. It's like a B team, bro. And Mbappe's the only like absolute superstar on that team at all, and he completely took over, scored 2 late goals to take it to extra time, almost had a third if y'all remember. He cooked like 4 defenders, almost made, bro. He was going, I've never seen that like that.
That would have been
At 23.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Where does he get the confidence from?
How good he is.
But like, okay, sure, but you can have
You seen that in a moment? Or
you
do
can
you
have
mean in
incredible
general?
talent. You look at someone like Dembele who has incredible talent, can skin cook any defender.
just
They've
gotta-
had different mentalities from day one.
You
So
just gotta
why?
be like that.
They've had different mentalities
It's one of
since
those
day one,
things
though.
you just
Yeah.
have to be like that. Because I'm looking at a clip from the Globe Soccer Awards that he got an award for something. I think that was earlier this year or last year, and they told him the reporter was speaking to him, and she asked, if you would just close your eyes for a second and imagine like one of your biggest dreams or something of that sort, and what would that look like or something, and he basically, bro, he said with no hesitation, and this is in English too, like for context, this is a French guy. He speaks English, but it's not his first like language. For him, she's almost like, she barely finishes the question, and he's just like, "Oh no, I don't need to close my eyes. I'm living my dream right now." It's cold, bro. Just like that, like no hesitation. Like, I don't need to close my eyes. I'm doing it. Like, I just need to put in the work, do what I got to do, and that's basically it. That kid, he just has that confidence.
And I think too, the early validation in his career is incredible. Because with Monaco, I remember y'all remember they beat Man City in the Champions League,
they were doing well.
and they got to, I think, maybe the semis. He's like 17. That's who's this Kylian guy? Then they won Ligue 1 too. He goes to Paris. Low key becomes the main man over Neymar. Wins the World Cup in 2018. So he's already like, I've been him since day one, since a teenager. I'm 23, already having this. You look at his stats on top of the trophies. I know in his mind he's saying that Messi shit's cute, that Ronaldo shit's cute. I have a true opportunity to become the greatest player of all time. Who's had a better start to their career than Kylian Mbappe? Nobody.
Yeah,
I don't even think. Well, that's such a different time though, because he wasn't in Europe in the biggest leagues doing that type of shit.
But to be fair though,
but Pele's World Cups at 17.
We can see why Kylian loves Ronaldo so much though.
Yeah,
like
of course,
they're
bro.
that was his
That's
idol.
his goal for sure.
two of the same peas.
You were gonna say something, Kendrick?
Yeah, I was about to say, Kenji. About to
Oh,
say.
I was just gonna say, like, going off what you were saying about him being like, I'm living the dream, and to what you said too.
Yeah.
It's just the like real world affirmation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you can't not feel yourself when everything you're doing is a manifestation of your talent, your skill.
Yeah.
Like, if I did what he was doing, I would feel that confident
Bro.
too. Like, I'm actually going to score.
And-
This nigga Martinez, like, he could
I don't
shake his
care.
ass whatever he want. Like, I'm actually
Deadass.
putting this in the net
that's a
4
fact.
times, 3 times.
There was a recent interview Mbappe did as well, and one thing he said, and you can see by that style of play, that man don't fear nothing, but he was saying he's not afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And so that's a big thing too when playing, 'cause especially in the final, you see a lot of people playing a bit hesitant, cautious, but especially towards the 70th, nothing's going if I don't make something shake.
Yeah. And speaking of mistakes, he missed the big penalty against Switzerland in the Euros last year.
That's a good shot.
Now to step up and score 3 in a World Cup
Yeah,
final
that's
shows how he overcame that. Even people saying he wasn't as good in the quarterfinals and semifinals. Oh, and Bobby's been a little quiet, et cetera, et cetera. But in the biggest moment, he turned it up in a way we haven't seen, because that is the first hat trick, I believe, since 1966 in a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, bro.
Another stat from that boy, I think he has 12 World Cup goals now in general.
Pele, bro.
12 World Cup
The
goals.
As many as
record-
Pele.
The record is 16. And he got at least a couple World Cups left, God willing, he doesn't get injured and all that. So it's actually like, I don't know, we're used to a lot of historic events happening in our lives recently, but we're seeing something that's actually just weird. Like, we're getting a bit numb to it.
Yeah.
Because he's 23.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think this translates into Champions League?
No.
So I will
They have
say
to play with each other.
I think individually he'll go absolutely crazy the rest of the year. Probably Ballon d'Or favorite because I don't think Messi will.
I don't think
enough.
he's Ballon d'Or favorite.
I think he is,
Bro,
because I don't think
they
Messi
gave-
has the stats.
Bro, they gave Messi some Ballon d'Or when he won the
True.
Copa del Rey that year.
That's true.
True.
Hey, the
Messi,
guy-
Especially after winning the
FIFA
World
got
Cup,
the
it's just
Argentina
like
as
win.
goal player,
the
yeah.
scriptwriters want
The
Messi to get
Europeans.
another Ballon d'Or.
yeah.
Pure talent wise, and I think Mbappe is clearly the best player in the world. I don't think it's close.
Hey,
Haaland.
over Messi.
Oh wait, hold up. I hope now you little Haaland boys know Mbappe is better than Haaland, and I know
He-
wait,
Haaland
Not
Haaland
fair.
can-
He
I know
didn't
no,
get a
we-
chance. He didn't get a chance to
Haaland
prove it during the World
I'm
Cup.
gonna tell you this right now. Haaland cannot just receive the ball on the left wing and make a madness happen.
Different
No,
player,
true.
different
Mbappe
player.
is
Different
finishing
player.
as good as you
Different
and
player.
killing you, going horizontal, dribbling, penalties does not matter.
Different player, though.
I ain't never seen no shit like
different
At the
Mbappe,
same
bro.
position,
time,
different
I don't know.
functions.
I don't know if Mbappe has the same finishing ability as Haaland.
He
I think
shouldn't.
Haaland could
Maybe
create.
not exactly
He
the same.
shouldn't.
Yeah,
Right.
that
But
shouldn't even be
Mbappe's finishing
comparable
is
because
up.
that's not. I
Mbappe-
don't think they have the same
Primary
function.
functions when
Yeah.
you when you step on the pitch, even as a
Yeah.
coach, and you're looking. Mbappe should be able to bring the ball up. Haaland, give it up and
If
do
we're at
some-
school though, if we're at
post
school and
up
we're
in the-
picking
in the
teams, I think
box.
I'm still picking Haaland over Mbappe.
I'm not. I'm picking Mbappe
That's
every day of the
interesting.
fucking week.
Oh, you said
Wait,
you said
why?
for what?
Wait, so in your 5-a-side team
Mm-hmm.
right now, like we about to go over to Pier
Nigga.
5, you can choose any
Me and
of
Killy going
those.
crazy.
Any of the top players in the world, you
Yeah.
can choose anybody.
I think
Nah.
I'm picking Haaland because I still think
Over
that like
Mbappe.
yeah, because I think that like at the end of the day, Mbappe is still a bit of a streaky like player. Like
I think-
he's streaky
I can't-
still at this point in his career, whereas Haaland
fair.
is like much more clinical. I feel like you give him the ball
you're not
in the
wrong.
box, he's scoring.
I would
Whereas
say-
Mbappe could have an off day and he just disappears.
Yeah, but it's easy to be not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's easier to be clinical when your only function, your
I
only
agree.
job
I
is
agree.
Scoring.
to just score.
And
But
So-
I need someone to score.
yeah,
I'm
but let's
taking
we're
Haaland.
speaking about clinical. We have the top scorer in the World Cup, the top scorer in League On, the top scorer in the Champions
Don't
League.
say Liga though.
Bruh, but if
No,
he also
seriously,
did
seriously,
World
don't say
Cup,
Liga.
if he also
Seriously.
did World Cup and Champions League, it means every opportunity he has, he's top scorer.
I agree.
So he's getting the goals on top of all the creation he does from the left
a
wing.
fact.
And just the fact that the shit that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, I go past 3 people, pass it to my midfielder who makes the diagonal, that creates the goal. Like that won't show up in the stat. But the fact that I was able to cook 3 defenders on the wing is what made that
I
possible.
think
So both stats and non-stats, I think he got it.
I think one thing that you're just highlighting is inevitability with Haaland. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna put the ball in the back
exactly.
of the net. But yeah, it depends what you look for because Mbappe has more to offer.
Yeah.
I think that Mbappe at his best is much better than Haaland, but I fear that Mbappe is too streaky of a player, and therefore I'm picking Haaland. if
Being
makes sense.
that much of a top scorer in all these ways, you still think he's streaky
Listen,
right now.
Mbappe in the Champions League played a shitty Juventus who doesn't even have their society in
That
place
was a
yet.
nasty goal against Juve though. You remember that one?
Yes, but the Juventus team doesn't even have ownership at this
He
point.
also had nasty
Maccabi
goals.
Haifa and Benfica.
Yeah, but you also
And then
had
in the
nasty
World Cup, they
goals.
played Tunisia, Australia. Like, at the end
He
of
had
the
a
day,
hat trick in the
I can't
final,
name-
bro. Like,
He did.
He had a hat trick in
But then he got shut down by Morocco and shut down by England. That's what I'm saying. He's streaky.
That's
It's
fair.
true.
But define shut down. Just because you didn't score doesn't mean like you had a terrible game.
Also-
Also all players have their moment. Like Messi was one of the top scorers, but he had 4 penalties.
Yeah.
he still had a great tournament.
But
It
I
looks
feel
like-
And I-
whatever.
Yeah,
It looks
No, I
like
feel- I
it,
feel
it
that.
looks like it's inevitable that this is about to be the new Messi
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
Ronaldo
yeah,
debate.
yeah.
As much as
I don't think it is. I don't
as
think it
much
is.
as I,
Damn.
I think
would've
Mbappe's
wished-
clear.
I would have
That was
wished.
it right there.
That was it right there.
I think Mbappe's clear. No.
I would have wished. I would have wished
We
that
need more time.
Messi,
was
after
actually
Messi
it right
versus
there.
Ronaldo. After Messi versus Ronaldo, I hope that football fans would have outgrew that whole mentality.
Hey, don't let Killy go to Real Madrid. I'm
Yeah, he's
going.
streaky. Oh, he's inevitable for the next 20 years.
Oh man, I didn't even
Nah,
clock
I'm gonna be
that.
real though.
That's
I
what's
think we
gonna
need
happen.
more time because I don't think it's
That's
gonna be
so
Ronaldo
funny.
Messi. I think we need more time
It's
to see.
not, but the landscape, the way we know us,
looks like
we
it
know
could.
fans. Bro, this is what
No,
it's gonna
but-
be. Like
but
they're
bro,
already
I
starting
my
it
thing
right
is
now,
this.
and look how
I'm-
it just ended up like just
that's right
slithering
now,
its way
though,
into
bro.
our
I
conversation
I
right
think-
now.
But I th-
And he's not even. Haaland is not even in the World Cup.
But
and
what I'm saying
still-
really quickly, Josh got drafted real
you
quickly, is the consistency of Ronaldo Messi is still what we have to see from Mbappe and Haaland. They're nowhere near that. These guys
I
gave
think
us
they're near it, bro.
no, they're not. They haven't had the years to even
They
prove
gonna
they
get
are.
there.
Yeah.
My point is,
see, though.
these guys were so unreal for
You don't
like
think so?
20 years.
a lot.
We have to
Decade.
see if they can
You
keep
have
it
kids.
up.
they don't seem to be injury prone, and if they're not injury prone, what else could lead them to not be this consistent for years? I think they're gonna, unless it's like
that simple,
something like extremely psychologically damaging happens to them, God forbid. I think that
bro.
no, I said God
that's real
forbid.
shit.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Knock on wood.
But unless it's that or something physically
I don't think
damaging, I think they're gonna keep that up for
I
because
don't
they
know.
have the mentality.
I don't think we
Mbappe-
guys
And they have the
saw, bro.
skills.
Mbappe could pull away though. He's
One
not
little
far
thing I
from
want to
it.
say about the two of them is they both have little brothers that both seem to be like nearing an ability where they can play at the highest level as well.
good.
And I think from your mentality, that's also really interesting. Because imagine if Ronaldo had a little brother and Messi had a little brother that was also playing just in the same level. I don't know. It's just an interesting little thought that I saw on Twitter.
Different motivations.
Yeah.
We'll see.
For real. But Mbappe could pull away from that boy Haaland. Like, he just needed to touch a UCL.
Yeah.
You guys brought up a very good point about how is this going to translate into the season. PSG by Messi was probably one of the best things they did because when Messi won the World Cup, it's a PSG player. Brings different type of attention. Neymar out, that's another narrative. And so
Hakimi.
I don't know what type of energy they're
Well,
going
all them, not taking away from your point at all. In addition to what you're saying,
it's going to see.
they're actually like they all balled out.
Yeah.
All the PSG players went
And
crazy.
Hakimi as well. Yeah.
All the Chelsea players went crazy,
Yeah.
right, guys?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
But this-
oh god.
No,
Wait.
but yeah.
Depending on how it translates for PSG, I don't know if Mbappe continue on and show out.
But that's the whole point. We thought this super team, you have to win. You just have to win the Champions League. And Mbappe is the one guy who showed up against Real Madrid. He had 2 incredible goals, and they still lost. So, I mean, are PSG going to finally do it? I mean, we'll talk about it in the new year when the Champions League resumes. But it's like, how do
I
you
hope
not
so.
win the Champions League with these guys?
Messi-
You've all
Did you-
been there. Like, you know
There's
what I mean?
different motivations.
Before
Now,
we
Messi
even-
wants to continue.
Before we even start getting into, because we're
club
gonna get
ball.
into previews and
Oh, that's next year.
shortly,
Next year.
yeah, into club football and all of that stuff in
Yeah.
Champions League. But to finish up just the final itself,
Mm-hmm.
ended up going 3-3, went to penalties. France, dropped the ball. Chouameni missed the penalty.
Many man.
And so, first of all, that lineup, seeing that lineup of penalty kick takers for France, that's bro. I want somebody to immortalize that into a painting or something like that. To see all
facts.
these
at the
black
halfway line.
boys, yes.
Literally every
Africans.
single one
Lined
were
up.
black.
Africans.
Why? Y'all
Yeah.
think it's a nice image?
Straight
Yeah.
from Africa.
I think it's
It's sad.
I think it's
It's the next gen that's about
It
to
is the
ball
next
out for
I don't
sure.
find. I don't think. It's a nice image.
I'm not gonna necessarily
don't-
say
it
it's
doesn't
make me happy.
nice.
Okay.
It's not nice.
Why?
But I think
fine.
it's a great symbol. That's what I'm saying. I would love for somebody to immortalize that into some sort of piece of art, because looking into the next World Cup, as we talked about, you spoke about this you talked about Morocco having all of these players who are born in different countries, but you
Yeah.
still chose to play for Morocco.
Yeah.
If you're seeing that image of all those black boys for France, you're looking 4 years ahead like, damn, what would happen if they didn't play for France?
Yeah.
What type of final would this be? What type of knockout stage would this be?
Yeah.
How much more spread out? If look at how Morocco were able to make history from a lot of their players making what could be considered a sacrifice and not playing for other teams and playing for Morocco, and then changing the course of history. So I think that's gonna be an example. I would love for whether you're somebody who is okay with propaganda or not, I'm okay with this being the propaganda picture, the poster for look what could happen if you took away all of these players and they play for their native lands or for their countries of origin.
Colonization.
Yeah.
But
But
what's
there's the other side, though. Then it's the young black friend. There's the 10-year-old in Paris right now being like, damn, bro, France as a country is changing. France as a country is becoming black. Like, these guys were born in France, grew up in Paris, speak French, listen to Tia Cola and all that, dress in French style. Like, they represent the new country. Like, we can represent this country differently. And now I feel like France is actually representing me. I want to play for France instead of where my parents are from. I'm just saying, like, there's multiple angles to it
If they remove
as a
that
black
culture-
person in France.
I definitely
And we
agree
can't
that
speak for them. Like, Turam, his pops play for France.
I definitely
He was
agree
born in
that
France, you know what I'm
probably
saying?
that exists, but also these same kids are on the internet. They're on TikTok, they're on
Yeah.
Instagram, they're seeing the comments, and
Racial
we could just
abuse,
dive into what's been
Let's
happening
talk
now
about it for sure.
with
The racial abuse.
the racial comments. Of course, Chouameni and
Muani.
Muani had to disable their comments, or is it
Coman
Thuram
too.
who disabled their comments on
Coman
Instagram
as well.
because of all the
Terrible.
the horrible comments that they've been getting. Bayern Munich had to issue a statement saying that they and I could read specifically the statement that they put out, but basically condemning
showing
all the
support.
racism.
what's been happening to Coman, because he is a Bayern Munich player too.
Missed the penalty.
And so and I like to also give props to Bayern Munich for even putting that out, because there's a lot of European teams who, when things like this happen, they don't say anything. It's happened plenty of times to Barca players.
Yeah.
Barca don't say nothing about that. But Bayern Munich says, FC Bayern strongly condemned the racist comments made towards Kingsley Coman. The Bayern family is behind you at King_Coman. Racism has no place in sport or our society. I don't care whether, well, I do care, but whether or not that was just done for,
Sure.
PR.
for show
You have
or
to
for
say it,
PR
man. You have to
purposes.
say it, yeah.
Well done.
Either way, they don't have to, because again, most
Not
of
everybody
the
does.
European
Yeah.
clubs
Yeah.
don't care and they don't do that. So I commend them for that. And also Bayern reps and everybody behind the scenes have always been great to work with. So that is an exceptional club, period.
Shout out Riley.
So they should a lot of European clubs should learn from that.
But like, what do y'all think then? Like, because I know you have the big things, like they should expect this.
Yeah.
I personally don't think that's fair. As like a black athlete should just we shouldn't be okay with that. And I'm not saying that you're okay with it, but like the fact that I know if I lose this game, it's racism instead of just, oh damn, you fucked up. It's like you're a N-word, you're a whatever slur that they be using in French. Like we got to get past like that being the expectation for athletes. Yeah. And my thing is too, I feel like you can be racist towards, if you racist, you're gonna find a way to be racist. If Chouameni, no real shit, if Chouameni played for Cameroon, might be like French people, oh, go back to your country, we wish you would never been here, et cetera, et cetera. Like people gonna find a fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, bro?
I mean, so
I agree with you.
What is your point? Your point is like, oh, we shouldn't like as a black athlete, you shouldn't expect racism.
No,
Like,
I didn't say that. We need to get to a point where like athletes don't have to expect racism because they fucked up. And I'm also saying racism can hit, like Chouameni is not safe from racism because he plays for Cameroon. So I don't think that's, what do you mean why?
Which Cameroonian is gonna call Chouameni a monkey?
It's not just Cameroonians though, because it could be the French people being
Why
racist
would the French
towards him.
people comment on a Cameroonian?
Because he's not on their team. They're going to find a reason.
But wait, so for example, Abubakar is born in Marseille.
Sure.
He was born in France. He chooses to play for Cameroon.
Yeah.
French people aren't going to Abubakar's comments.
Yeah, but Abubakar ain't Chouameni or Mbappé or one of these top ballers who are like on Real Madrid, Paris, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, what about
That's what I'm
like?
saying.
Okay, what about? Do you think Spanish people were racist to Hakimi because he chose not to play for Spain?
I don't fucking know.
I doubt it. I don't think
Yeah.
Spanish people are going all the way over to keep to someone that chose not to represent. I'm just saying.
I get your point, bro.
I know. I see what you're saying. No, I get you. I get you.
Let me get to,
I'm
like-
saying you can't avoid the racism.
Let me get to the core of my point, which is like, okay, you are a French black man born in France with parents that are West African to some extent, whether Ivorian or Cameroonian or whatever.
Yeah.
You choose to play for France. Then, when you don't play well for this white nation, because at the end of the day, that French team can field an
But it is a
all-black
white
11.
nation.
The
Yes.
nation is 86% white. So, like,
It's
at the end of the
it's a white
day,
nation.
you are playing for white people. Like,
Yeah.
you are representing white people. Yes, it's 10% black, but that 10% black is a minority in the country.
Is also if you look at the people in power in the
Exactly. The
Yeah,
people
that's
empowering the
facts, that's
federation, the coaching staff, the people empowering the government are all white. You're playing for a white country. So when you fuck up, people are going to be racist
It's
to you.
expected.
Expected.
I think it's also
it's like playing in Italy.
yeah.
No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Bro,
Let's
I believe
go.
I honestly believe that racism is an incurable disease. I don't think it's something that's ever going to not exist. I just think that how you deal with it, bro. Racism is a bigger pandemic than COVID. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Or-
that's
dog,
a
not
fact.
even comparison,
So I think
yeah.
that it's
Racism versus
it's about
COVID.
how we
Go.
deal with it. Like if you're gonna lock everybody down for because of COVID, so you can stop it from spreading.
Okay,
when
bro.
somebody is racist, you're supposed to crack down on that. You know, and the start of it is Bayern, the very least, and that's bare minimum, right? We
Amen.
gonna applaud that because they not
Amen.
none of them do it, but that's the bare minimum to call it out and say, hey. Stop being racist. Like that's the bare minimum. Do that. But then,
Fuck does stop
there
being
should
racist
be.
do?
But then there
Yeah.
should be more serious rerepercussions
It needs
for
sanctions, bro.
people who I don't care if you say it online, in person,
fans,
you throw a
fans.
banana,
Chance.
anything like that.
What is
So-
racism, though? racism is the idea that you believe that someone else is inferior, or is it the idea that you insult someone based on their race?
No. Yeah. We know that
Like if I call you a monkey, do I think you're inferior, or am I insulting you based on your race at the highest level of insult?
It's racial prejudice, prejudice regardless.
That's the thing.
By definition.
Racism
is it?
Yeah. Racism is that notion. Racism is that notion, the ideology that you feel like as a race you're superior than another, or even another race is
but
superior.
If I call you a monkey,
I could be but listen, I could be a black man and I say white people or like
he's excited.
Well, hold on, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence because I know somebody might clip this, but somebody could. Podcast brain, I'm not gonna let them do that to me.
Well done.
But one race can say this race is superior to the other, and they're racist for these races, or I might say, or someone might say, yeah, my race is superior than the other, whatever. That's racism, and acting on it even more so is a next level of racism. Thinking it is one thing, acting upon it is another.
Semantics
but these comments are insults at surface value.
Yes.
But the underlying agenda behind it is racially motivated. It's based on, again, that idea of superiority. Like, I think that I'm better than black people, so I'm gonna call you this because I feel like monkeys are something that are inferior than humans.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna call you that because I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's racially motivated.
Yeah. Also, who's gonna be calling you a monkey and then, I'm not racist, but I think you're a monkey. Like what?
Well,
yeah.
Like what?
I will add that when I look through the comments, the people calling Chouameni a monkey had Instagram handles that read Ali Muhammad X.
Oh, we know Arabs can be racist towards black. Anti-blackness comes from all communities,
I've always brought it up on this podcast, the idea of non-white versus black racism and how that shit is so different. And we got to talk about it so differently.
But it's still racism.
I agree. It's so different.
We're not just for clarity. We're not
the power structure.
We're not just talking about white versus
the same.
We're not just talking about white versus black. We're talking about racist versus black.
Did y'all think that KFC tweet was racist?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, it's funny. Now that you say that,
yes.
Now that you said that, I didn't even think of it in a racial dynamic.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
I thought it was.
We don't put it up for context. I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about it like that.
That's the first thing I thought of because they.
Can you explain it?
I'm not gonna lie. The thing about it depends when they tweeted that, but obviously the tweet is the fact that they missed.
Show it.
They like posted after France lost. So it's if you look at the penalty shootout where they just lost a bunch of black brothers, what they looking for chicken now?
No. I think it's like.
They're not looking
KFC wants to be involved, so I thought it was they're making fun of them because they lost, and that's the same shape as a drumstick. Like eat KFC. It's just I didn't think about it from a racial perspective. Like,
I didn't think about
y'all niggas are crazy.
When I stared at it,
for people
but
who
now
aren't,
maybe
for the people who aren't watching on YouTube and who are listening to this,
great PR though.
Put a Dr. Umar.
Yeah, basically,
open your third eye.
For fact, Eli.
Pan-Africanism. Listen, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Shout out Dr. Umar Johnson. Yo,
shout out Philly.
Dr. Umar gotta come on 5ASIDE.
Dr. Umar, we got a lot to talk about.
Good takes.
I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
I want his perspective.
Yeah, for the people who are listening, there was basically this meme showing
Spider-Man. And basically there's the France flag is on Spider-Man's head, signifying that's the French national team. Yeah, he got glasses on. One of them, he got the glasses on. He can see clearly there's a World Cup trophy that he should want.
Yeah.
The other one, after France lost, is one where he takes off his glasses. So he's a blind man now.
No, he sees his glasses.
And he sees through the glasses.
So he thinks he sees the World Cup, but it's chicken.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's a piece of chicken in the shape of a World Cup, and that shit got like 1 million likes.
It is funny.
It
Until the racism
posted
kicks
by
in.
an American corporation.
Don't make it about race, man.
It's about race. They did it on purpose.
Yo, we talk real quick, bro. Y'all white people are crazy. You learn about Argentinian ethnic cleansing. Your first response is get over it. Y'all are sickos.
Yeah.
Y'all are sickos, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter
you know
what
how
we say.
Nuts is get over it?
It doesn't matter if like sources or not. People just want to argue. People are gonna have their bias.
That's actually funny racism.
Yo, I'll
get
say,
over it.
No matter what. But yeah, to close it out.
I'll say like on a genuine tip though, the World Cup final, the aftermath kind of made me sad.
I was hurt.
Cause like not even talking about Argentina winning, but like I posted a lot that day about Mbappé and like wanting France to win.
Yeah.
And like the day after, it was mad people in my comments like, how is it a Haitian guy like rooting for France? And I was like,
How are you
damn,
rooting
like
for
That's
France?
what I
Nah,
said.
You're not
but no,
rooting for
but,
Wait, facts though. How?
but it was sad because it was like, bro, like,
That's what I said.
As a Cameroonian, I would
That's
never.
what I said.
This becomes
Can y'all fell
can y'all
off
let me finish?
Yeah, let my man talk, let my man
I'm
talk,
getting
let my man talk, let
emotional,
my man
bro.
talk.
Go ahead.
It was genuinely sad because it was like,
Yeah.
damn, like, who do I root for?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Stadium collapses.
No.
That's
Like,
what we root
nah,
for.
but like, no, like, but on like a greater level of thinking, like, not even
Yeah.
thinking of like surface level. Like, it's sad because it's like when we have these major tournaments, whether it's Champions League, the World Cup, Euros, it's like we have all these black players that we look up to and we marvelize and we love to see them win. But it's like at the end of the day, we can't even truly 100% root for their success because that also
Colonization.
means rooting for a country
happiness.
that oppressed our people
Facts.
or a team that is oppressive within the state that they're in or the city that they're in towards black people. It's like, how can I just enjoy the sport that I love without the context of racism and capitalism over encompassing everything?
Bro,
Like,
I mean,
that shit is actually sad.
It is, and that gets in.
'Cause
That
it's like,
gets
I
into.
just enjoyed the best tournament of my life.
Yeah.
And the like right afterwards, people are asking me all these like socio-political questions, which
Bro.
we love to talk about too, and it's important.
Yeah.
But then it's like, damn, I can't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
First time the
and
pigs raided.
you feel me?
Bro, that
Nah,
shit is sad.
and
bro.
that's decolonization. But bro,
It
that
affects
gets
everything.
That gets into exactly
Fuck
what
y'all,
this
man.
World Cup is.
It ruined everything.
This gets into what this World Cup is and the general globalization of sport as sports washing. So I'm gonna read y'all the definition so y'all understand.
Transition.
So you know, so we
Oh,
so
I had
do it files. Come on,
Hey, what up,
hey,
gang?
hey, we
Come
season
on,
9,
come on.
episode
What up,
13. What are you
gang?
talking about? So listen, bro. Sports washing is a term used to describe the practice of individuals, groups, corporations, or governments using sports to improve reputations tarnished by wrongdoing. A form of propaganda, sports washing can be accomplished through hosting sporting events, purchasing or sponsoring sporting teams, or participating in a sport. So obviously this is very relevant to the World Cup. We know how many thousands of migrant workers died to build those stadiums. But instead, we're talking about how this is the best World Cup ever, the most exciting games we've ever seen. It makes us root for countries who have done some of the most cruelty in human history because we fuck with the players on the team. There's a long history of this, not even trying to be funny, but Google it. Like, the Nazis hosted an Olympics, I believe, in the 1930s. Like, there's a long history of using sports to capture a moment and boost up a country, a society, an ideology through what's on the field, what's on the pitch, what's on the basketball court, et cetera, et cetera. So now everything you're saying is very relevant, bro. And it's like a deep history in sports overall, just as a culture and as like a form of entertainment for the earth, honestly.
So the Qatar's goal with this World Cup was to create the perception that their nation is a place where people from all over the world can come and visit.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of terrible, terrible things, and like tons of people died, creating this, I guess, idea. Utopia.
Yeah,
Good word.
what- yeah.
Creating this utopia in which Western people from China, people from Africa can visit Qatar and feel safe. We saw fans saying, "Oh, I feel super safe here. I feel great here." Now, y'all watch the World Cup. Would y'all ever visit Qatar?
For what?
I gotta
question.
reach out to
Tourism.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Tourism.
I'll go. To be honest, I would have more motivation to go to Saudi Arabia, to go to
Dubai.
Dubai.
Or no, Dubai's in UAE.
That's what they're
Yeah,
trying to do.
yeah,
They're trying to rival Dubai.
Yeah, but as of now, other than the World Cup, what is there in Qatar for me to visit? Like
The desert, the beach,
So I
museums.
say you gotta look
There's
at your
deserts in
travel
Nevada,
plan.
bro.
Yeah, but
Like,
would you
I
feel
don't-
like? Are you more?
Why am I going to take
That's
a
true,
12,
that's true.
13-hour flight
That's
to
true.
go to the desert?
All right, okay. Fuck that question. Do you feel safer about visiting the Middle East?
You should,
No.
but it's the reality of the fact is like.
I
it's
think-
still
But
a
from my
country.
perspective, it's like,
Damn.
first of all, like I've been in hoods in different places in America. Like, I don't think I'm more scared of going to the Middle East than I am to go to Brownsville
Yeah,
or
you got
like
different
South
ops,
Bronx,
bro.
bro. Like,
You got different dangers.
That's a very different comparison,
you
bro.
know,
Like,
but I'm just
tourism
saying,
versus-
No, I'm just saying that as a person,
You gonna
me
get
like,
lit up by a camel, bro.
but nah.
Shit gonna spit on you.
Bro, they spit hard.
So this is her.
Bro,
Yo,
also-
you're being
here's my
stereotypical
thing,
because
man.
llamas are the one who spit, bro.
I
No,
think
camel
they
spit
both
too.
Do they?
First off,
Yes, bro.
How you know?
Yo,
I've been spit
how
on by a
did
camel.
they hit-
Whoa,
In Senegal.
wait a minute.
In Senegal, I swear to God.
Focus
Put
on
this in the trailer.
football.
First off, but you're not gonna go
Look
to the
at-
Brownsville
focus
of
on
Doha,
football.
Qatar, bro. Same way tourists from Germany come to Times Square, they don't go to fucking
Yeah.
the Washington Heights. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro?
No,
They
but
don't
that's
pull
what I'm
up
saying.
to 241st. Like,
Personally, I'm not thinking of going to certain countries. Like if there's a risk, there's a safety risk period of me going to another country. I'm not going. It's like people in New York, if y'all don't know, a lot of times
where you
young
gonna
people,
go?
Nigga, don't be in America
bro,
then. This
hold
shit is
on.
dangerous as fuck.
A lot of young people,
Nigga lives
bro,
in Brooklyn.
a lot of people our age be going to parties being like, this might get shot up. Like, why am I leaving my house to go to a party thinking that there's a risk that it might get shot up? I'm gonna go party with the anime niggas then, because I know they not gonna shoot nothing up.
Respect to the
You know
anime
what I'm saying?
niggas, I
I'm not,
guess.
yeah, shout out to the anime, but y'all are safe.
The anime
Y'all are
niggas get
safe.
busy too.
The anime
Yeah.
niggas is not
Look at
get
Side
busy, bro.
Baby.
Bro, let me
Look at
tell you
Side
something.
Baby.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
hold on.
they
I'm
not
just
getting
gonna say
busy,
something.
First
bro.
off,
The anime
America-
niggas get lit too.
I'm not going to a country if there's
they
real
hit you with a
safety
blade.
risks, bro.
Hey,
Bro,
Side
I'ma
Baby,
be-
do it for Demon.
Bro, I'm saying.
First off,
Damn.
we live in
Stop
America,
this. Anime
and if
world.
you want to know our gun violence stats across
Focus
every
on
city,
football.
like, don't, bro, you live in a more dangerous country than most countries you're gonna visit. That's the truth and reality.
That's
of it.
essentially what I'm saying.
But I'm saying it's more dangerous
I'm
here,
not.
bro.
I'm not as scared.
It's a different type of
but
warfare.
again, I'm not gonna go out of my way
Of course.
to go somewhere that genuinely
God.
I'm like,
Of
is
course. No, that's
like
real
I
shit.
should be scared of. You go to travel on vacation like to enjoy yourself.
going to
That's when
Haiti?
I go, huh?
You going to Haiti?
Yeah, sir.
He's
Bro,
from
bro,
there.
Hold on.
Haiti. Most of Haiti is safe, bro. Do not let the news make y'all think that Haiti is not
but then
safe.
people from Qatar will say the same thing about Qatar.
But I don't have a safety concern for Qatar. I just don't think I'm gonna enjoy myself because what is there for me to do?
It's-
Okay.
That's
That's
why
all I
said-
think. I don't think
Yeah,
it's a
let-
safety
let Josh
concern
go.
for me.
I don't know
My
how
question
we
was,
got
do you
to
feel
safety.
safe going to Qatar?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
All
Josh.
right.
All I said,
What?
you just
Are
gotta
you
check.
Qatar Airways representative?
I heard y'all flights is lit. My sister said so, but go ahead.
Trying. No, I was just gonna say for me, you just gotta check the travel planner. But we were talking about people not jacking. You know what I'm saying? France, big boy Benz.
Happy birthday, Ben.
The transitions today.
Ballon
have been
d'Or
mad.
winner,
Can't I
5
just say,
Champions
my
League. The
goodness.
streets will never forget Karim Benzema. Shout out all my James.
Poetry.
Karim
Hey,
Benzema
come on.
put up Karim Benzema in little Haiti with the Haitian flag. Karim
Nah, for
Benzema,
sure.
Big
Benzema,
Zo,
that's
you know the
funny.
vibes.
He put up a whole flick.
Can someone
talking about-
explain? I don't understand what's going on.
What?
Benzema.
He put up a flick talking about I'm not interested.
So here's the thing. So apparently, allegedly, Emmanuel Macron, president of France, invited Karim Benzema to attend the World Cup final. Karim Benzema has been cleared by Real Madrid. He has been made eligible to go over to Qatar and be part of the French national team for that one game. If you're Karim Benzema, you're the reigning Ballon d'Or champion. You know that you can, at the very least, be on the bench for France because guess what? France did not replace you when you were injured. They have 25 out of 26 players. You're the 26th spot. For that one game, at the very least, you can be on the bench. You're fit to play. You're probably not going to play, but you should be at least on the bench if you're fit. To be invited by the president, not by the federation, not by the manager, not the coach. You're invited by the president to come attend the World Cup is a slap in the face. And he basically posted and saying, "Ça ne m'intéresse pas." Basically, like, I'm not interested. I'm not coming. Because why would I do that, bro? I'm the reigning Ballon d'Or champion. I'm a baller. I'm arguably the best player on that team. I was away for a while. I'm fit. Let me park my ass on that bench at least and watch the final. Don't tell me that I'm about to be a guest for the president up in the stands next to Pogba and Zlatan, bro. Don't do that.
Why is that a slap in the face?
That's a slap in the
Because he
face.
could be on the bench with the actual
He
team.
could, if he wasn't injured, he could be a starter. Yes, unfortunately, he missed the whole tournament due to injury. But he is the 26th player, bro. They didn't replace
Like,
him.
he's on the
Again,
squad,
why
they're
not
saying. He's on
replace
the
him? They had
squad.
a choice to replace him.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Why?
So now that I don't know, that was Didier Deschamps' a decision to not replace him.
They said
So now that
Martial
he can come
not
back,
bad enough.
put him on the bench. Because guess what? What is that influencing? You don't have another player that you're
But
taking
we don't.
away
But
from
we don't
him.
know. We don't know. Like we don't know if he
Can I
has some
add
bad
something?
energy
Go
in
ahead,
the
go ahead.
camp. We don't know
Yeah.
if
Hey,
he.
man.
Speaking of bad
You know what
energy
I
in the
mean?
camp, I heard he had beef with Lloris and Griezmann, who are two of the like leaders on the team. And this is all just reports sourcing little at this little newspaper, whatever, saying that he had beef with them. Or they had beef with him because he's coming in a little bit new, as in he wasn't on the French team for a while. He's coming back. He's a legend. He just won the Ballon d'Or. He's a new leadership presence. Those two guys, Lloris and Griezmann, we're not fucking with him coming in as a leader. and taking over the locker room as well and being part of the main voice in the locker room. So apparently that's really where the beef was coming
Insider from Gabriel.
One
from. But I don't know.
Zidane didn't attend the
And
final.
Zidane
either.
didn't attend any
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
games.
So-
Gabriel.
Gabriel tabloids.
One thing I want to
Gabriel
add, Gabriel
Romano.
tabloids is funny. One thing I want to add is I saw this on Le Parisien. It's one of France's big like
Parisien.
tabloid newspapers. One of Benzema's best friends, his Instagram handle is Big Ben Bronzerland. is what it reads. He put on his story. On a compris votre petit jeu, mais nous en veut plus jouer. I guess which means we've understood your little game, but we don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
And he put it on top
Not
of a
dramatic,
photo.
bro.
There's
He
shit,
put it on top of a photo of Zidane.
There's shit going on, bro.
What does that mean?
But it's like,
What is
again,
this,
it's the
like, petty
reports
high
I'm
school
hearing,
stuff?
But I heard there's one thing of Deschamps was bigging up Benz, and it was Griezmann. And you're just like, yo, fuck that nigga type shit. I don't know. I really don't know. These are all little reports. We know the French national team is always dramatic.
Yeah.
You saw what happened in 2010,
The
bro.
French are dramatic, bro.
They're a dramatic ass
Dramatic
team.
people.
Evra and like Anelka and all that. So I don't know the
That's
truth.
why they ran away from
But there's,
IT.
I feel like something's.
Come on.
Come on, Jay. I love it. Come on.
on.
Hey.
They don't want that pressure.
For me, it
Those
wasn't,
players
it wasn't
do
built.
hectic.
Yeah,
Love it,
give us
love
our
it, love it.
reparations back, bitch.
Real shit. But bro, I will say this. I'm gonna say this for real though. Nah, keep it in. Hey. But
Give us
no
our money back.
I will say just real quick. We should move on to fans, but
Yes.
Zidane not going to the final. I think something's going on in that
Statement.
federation.
It's a statement.
Zidane not going is a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
You could argue best French player ever. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
him and Henri for real. So,
It was a statement.
but yeah.
one
was
thing
Henri there?
No.
No,
He was
I don't
in
know if he got
NYC.
invited. Yeah, he was getting flicked up by Sebas.
Yeah.
Put that picture right here at the Puma store in New York.
Puma
Yeah,
not
I was-
paying us,
I was-
but
yeah.
we could.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Didn't they get knocked out? Wasn't he with Belgium?
Oh yeah, he was with
Then he
Belgium,
came
but
here.
still, he's French. Yeah.
They got
Yeah,
knocked
but-
out a long time ago. So
That's what I'm saying.
I was
like,
gonna shout out one thing about the game we ain't talk about for me. Granted, Martinez, the goalie, some fuckery. That last minute save was different, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was as a striker. If the goalie saves that one, you're like, fuck. That's why he took the penalty that way. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm over this guy. Because what the fuck was that?
I
the
will-
save.
The save was mad,
incredible.
bro. The shot,
It was a mixture of both. It was a mixture of
the
both.
shot though,
Yeah.
it could have. If he didn't get down quick enough, it could have bounced under his foot. But he actually saved that hole.
Yeah.
But for the kids,
Killy,
Google
killy.
Iker Casillas versus Iron Robin in the 2010 final. Nah, because that was a similar. That was even more of a one-on-one.
Yeah.
The Dutch have never won the World Cup. It's Iron Robin one-on-one, slide it left. Iker Casillas' right foot just gets a tiny touch. It goes wide. I was losing my mind, and they kept the clean sheet. No, look
Josh,
up that
how y'all
highlight
feel
because
about
that's
Yeah.
right up there with one of the all-time saves
No.
too. That's what
They
I'm
were
saying.
they were saying that save is the same as LeBron's block on Iguodala.
No, it kind of is because that would have gone in. That would have been a sweet goal.
Yeah, of
Hey,
course.
the ball was bouncing.
4-3-2?
It's not the
I
same.
will say it looked easier. That finish looked easier than it was. Like everybody's been posting pictures of like the one-on-one and how nobody else was in the picture.
Yeah.
But
These-
like the way the ball bounced and the way he had to catch it on
was
the
a good shot.
volley.
It was a good shot.
It was a
very
good shot, but I'm saying like people made it seem like he 100%.
I hated that.
They're
I
like,
didn't like
he
that
should have
shit,
just
bro.
chipped it.
Oh, no, yeah.
Man's running at full
Yeah.
speed,
It was a
bro.
la- it
In
was
the
a
World
last-
Cup final,
it was
bro.
a
Yeah,
last-
Like,
120.
it's a harder
Extra
finish than
time.
people made it seem.
Second half extra time.
Yeah, extra time.
I swear no one knows footy but us.
Yeah.
Real shit,
What
y'all
type of
niggas
quote
was-
is that?
Yeah, y'all
But
y'all in
either
a bubble.
Yeah.
Either
LeBron's
way,
was bigger,
man.
by the way.
Yeah, y'all won. Yeah, cool. Whatever. Argentina.
I'm rooting for everybody black. Shout
Hold
out
on,
Issa
hold
Rae.
on. But yeah, congratulations to Lionel Messi though.
Nah, he deserves it. It's cool.
This also leads into our fan questions, our fan submissions. Of course, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all support, and we also want to always make sure that we involve y'all in the discussions. And somebody commented and said, the first one we're gonna read up. Aesthetic Football said, "Is the GOAT debate over?"
No.
You know damn well that ain't over, bro.
Killian
it
is
will never be
fucking
over.
coming, bro. That nigga's ready.
But yeah,
Next question.
is the GOAT debate
I think he
over?
means is the debate between Ronaldo and Messi
Yeah,
over?
I think it was more directed to
Yeah, probably.
And I would
It's
say yes.
Messi.
I would say the answer
Messi
is
won.
yes. I think Messi won.
He won football.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, simple
There
as
you
that.
go. Yeah.
Shout out to Aesthetic Football though. Thank
Yes.
you for your comment.
Big
Thank
time.
you
That's
for
the
your
homie.
question.
That's the homie.
Can I add one thing about Messi?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, of course,
with the
it's
robe
Messi,
and
for
stuff. I wanted to just highlight something interesting that happened while Argentina was lifting the trophy. The king of Qatar was there to present the World Cup trophy to the Argentinian players. And he presents Messi with a royal robe. I think it's called a Bisht, and it's a robe that's given to Arab and Qatari royalty. princes and people during weddings and celebrations. It's something that's like lined with gold. It costs thousands of dollars to make. Yeah. So while it was being presented to Messi as he was being given the trophy, Gary Lineker, who was commentating on the BBC, goes, he says, why was Messi given this robe? It's a shame that they covered the robe. It's a shame that they covered the Argentinian jersey. There was no need to do that. It's disrespectful. What a shame.
I don't understand why certain white people just feel the need to completely disregard the cultural significance of certain acts, bro. Like we were at the after the match.
Yeah,
the way Arbor Ahmed, who's from the UAE, was speaking so proudly of how big of a moment that was, you know, because of the significance of that thobe. He called it. It's just, you have to be sensitive to other people's cultures and other people's traditions. And as somebody who's Arab, to see how happy he was, like, oh my God, like not because he's a Messi fan, but he's like, damn, like the fact that I'm seeing Messi put on something that for my nation is such a significant thing is a big moment. Like if somebody put some fried beans on top of a player's head after, like in the UK, Gary Lineker, would you enjoy that? Because what else do y'all have?
Y'all food is shit, bro.
What else do y'all have? So that's what I'm saying. But you have to be sensitive to other people's cultures. Like that's something that so many people took pride in. Like Lionel Messi just won a World Cup. And he just put that on, like
he looked happy.
And Messi had a problem with it. Argentinian fans didn't have a problem with it. Like, why? And it's the first Arab World Cup. Like, having the cultural pieces on top of the game itself is part of the reason it's there. Like, how you be tight at that, bro?
Bro, and I'm not gonna say it's the same comparison, but imagine like you go to Hawaii and you touch down in the airport and like
they give you a luau.
They put the flower necklace or whatever that's called. Sorry if I don't know the name of it, but that's like it's. You know, it's something that's specific to that culture, and
it's like
shut up, Gary, please. Your big ears, bro. Come on, dude.
I think we should finish up with this submission from my dear friend Danielle. She says, 5-a-side goals, individual and organizational for the new year.
Shout out Danielle. Big support, always showing us love for sure.
Shout out Danielle. Danielle Germain.
Facts.
Goals for the new year.
Let's start with Josh. We'll go around.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, as a collective 5-a-side, one of the biggest things we're trying to do is just expand the game and grow the game. So that's in new spaces, that's in spaces already. Obviously highlighting Black culture specifically on and off the pitch. There's a lot to talk about. We've been fortunate to get this going for the World Cup, and so we're going to bring in other ways to keep y'all entertained, but also informed.
Individually?
In terms of just
think goals for yourself, like completely unrelated to footy, nothing like
just growing, always growing.
Yeah,
y'all don't gotta know too much. Just always growing.
That boy's smooth. One. Come on, okay, John. Hold on, Bruce Wayne.
Silent sniper. But I'll say organizationally, a big thing for us is that first I'm gonna manifest this right now at the 2026 World Cup. We'll be working full time this footy shit.
Amen.
All of us covering the sport in the US is gonna be absolutely incredible.
Clip that.
In terms of getting to that point, part of this podcast, gotta be open about it, is you do gotta get sponsorships. So I think a major organizational goal will have like legit sponsorships for this podcast and have this be fully funded.
Oh God.
So I think that's some organizational. Personally, I want to keep meditating, definitely staying calm within everything that's going on in a very busy life.
Shout out
and
Headspace.
just I'm trying to be a little bit less off my phone too, because like this World Cup, bro, we're on it 24/7, texting this clip, this, like just being able to be living in the moment a bit more. I think do it well in general, but just to another level of that. And yeah, bro, life's short, so just enjoying every piece of it for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And I think just to piggyback off of what Josh and Gabe have said, for 5-a-side overall, the goal for 2023 is just to elevate, man. It's to continue to grow, continue to go, continue to glow. Like we're just gonna keep just putting pressure, keeping our foot on the gas pedal, and just having these dope conversations. Like number one, aside from everything else, we talking about sponsors, we talking about viewership, all of that. Yo, this is a dope space that we've created for ourselves to just kind of come and chill and hang out and talk about a game that we love so much. And the energy that we put behind that, obviously so many of you have connected with because you feel the genuineness. Whether some of y'all throw, negativity at us or what, one thing that we don't even care if you question it or not, is that we love this game. We're passionate about it.
Yep.
We will continue to speak on it. We will continue to watch it. We will continue to be fans of the game.
Yeah.
And the goal as a collective is just, again, staying true to that, continuing to elevate, collaborating with other amazing people and personalities, players from this space also, and just branching out and continuing to expand the brand. Personally, I'll say that one thing that I want to expand on in 2023 is being more intentional with certain projects and certain things that I've had in my mind that are like in the back of my mind that I really want to accomplish, things that I really want to put in place. And there's been so much going on during the past year, so many blessings and amazing things that a lot of things are kind of taking a back seat. And I want to be intentional in bringing back a lot of what little Elisha has wanted to do, what younger Elisha has wanted to do, and just putting that in the forefront and really making that happen. And I'm not going to get into details as to what those things are, but when they come to fruition, you guys are definitely going to see it. And I think it's going to be a great year. I think it's going to be a great time for us. And I'm super excited because we coming in hot.
Yeah.
And we going for it, man. Y'all going to be surprised at what we're going to accomplish in the next year.
One thing I forgot to say, interviews. We're going to have a lot of interviews, collabs, all that. It's coming. It's coming next year. Don't worry about it. It's coming for sure. Yeah.
For my answer, I want to read a message that I received today from a dear friend. She said, actually, really big thank you for making the World Cup more fun. Your all's vibe is beautiful. I love how y'all address the matches itself, the world/racial issues surrounding the matches, and all the wonderful things. You all should be very proud. So my organizational goal for the New Year is just to keep receiving these types of messages. Like, we put people on to a sport that they may not have known about before. We put people on to like the social dynamics, the racial dynamics, everything. So just keep up the exposure for real, and sharing something that I love with people that I love. And then in terms of individual, I think for me it's more so lessening my load. As y'all know, I'm like,
there's a lot, bro.
I'm somewhat of a workaholic. So just like lessening my workload and trying to enjoy life.
Yeah, Kendrick lives up to the Caribbean stereotype, bro. This dude does a lot.
How many jobs?
All the time.
8 jobs.
Hey, man. Yeah, definitely. Take care of yourselves, guys.
Nah, I was watching.
Somebody.
I was slowly seeing my Josh. Like, that shit gonna fall.
Definitely take care of yourselves, guys. That's work hard, rest harder.
I think for us as a podcast, I think what I really want us to like get done in like the next year is like diversify the content. I think like creating like skits, whereas like game shows, interviews, all of that I think would be so much fun. And like,
it's coming.
Honestly, like just creating like different types of content that still engage with the culture and the like specific vibe that our perspective only really means. Because I think like that slogan kind of came up organically, but it's really, really the perfect way to like encapsulate what we do. So that for sure.
Amen.
Yeah. For me personally, I don't know, like I've always been like the type of person that wants to do it all. So like whether it's like writing skits, making movies, comedy, music, everything, like that's something that I've always wanted to like done or do. So yeah, in the next year that's like more of what I'm gonna push for. So yeah.
Let's get it done.
When the live show comes,
Facts. Exactly.
What? It's on a tour, boy.
Let's go. And also to piggyback on what Seb said, you guys comment also on whatever platform you're listening to or DM us. What type of videos do you guys want to see? We have a whole bunch of ideas and things that we're absolutely gonna get to. But what are some things that you would like to see 5ASIDE get into? Is it a pie eating contest? Is it like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Just let us know
hot wings.
in the comments. Let us know. Hot wings.
Y'all see where his head's at.
Nah, I'm with you.
You see where my head is at. Is it sumo?
Hot ones, bro. What's
You trying to do hot dog eating?
Bro, let's.
Hey, yo, Sean from Complex. Sean from Complex. Get us on hot ones, bro. Get us on hot ones.
We're gonna get on that. And to close it out, of course,
Happy
we
holidays.
gotta do 5ASIDE podcast. flyest podcast out there.
Come on, Santa.
I will say that. I will say that proudly. And y'all already know I'm going to kick this off with the fifth.
Let's go.
Final fit from 5ASIDE.
Yeah.
We got the boots. The bootsy boots.
Down the chimney.
You feel me? Down the chimney. Santa from head to toe.
Come
you feel
on.
me?
Red velvet.
Black Santa.
Yeah.
And I got my black Santa out here.
Yeah.
The real Santa was black.
I'm crying.
Don't check the sources.
Santa's
trust
black,
me.
bro.
Just trust me. The
Santa
real Santa is
Congolese.
black.
Santa Congolese.
Santa invented dribbling.
Santa invented dribbling,
Santa
bro.
invented dribbling.
Modern day dribbling.
You feel me?
It's all that balance on the roof. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on.
yeah.
What y'all wearing? What y'all got on?
Let's go this way because I got another brand I want to shout under this for me.
For sure.
Yeah,
All right.
So Gabe. Oh, my fault, bro.
I thought you. Oh, no,
Seb, you got it?
You got it. You
Okay,
got it.
bro.
You got it.
So
Damn. Let me start there. Bro.
Just
Go ahead.
bro. Just
Go ahead.
My fault. Real quick. I got voice now on the pants. Y'all heard voice now. Got to sign FC, after school, Philly charity organization, looking out for the youth. Get me? I'm novelty on the denim jacket as well.
Come on.
Okay,
What's
boom.
the other one?
It's under here, bro. I'm gonna show it.
Oh,
Shout out Hugh.
I didn't peep. I didn't understand.
We get in there.
I like
we get in there.
Yeah.
Don't watch me. Put the camera on down.
I'm gonna keep it quicker today. We got the impermeable Nike Gore-Tex collabs on because it's wintertime.
You flexible, bro. You just put up your leg like pow.
Hey,
What the fuck?
hey, stretch. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? Minimal. Fucking sponsor me, bro. We got on the very cozy corduroys as always. Got the snap buttons on the side, the long drawstrings. Like at this point, just give me the shit. On the sweater here, we got Calvin Klein, a little bit of CK on
shit
it.
is
Also,
hard.
shout out to Chana Kambabwe, another CK. Happy birthday to our boy in London. Got the little color block on it. You know what I'm saying? 100% wool. Very cozy
Let me
for the
get that,
Christmas
bro.
vibe. So cop it, bro. Yeah, it's a
nah,
match.
let me get it.
Oh, no, we can match that. We can match that. We can match that, bro. Yeah.
He said, "Get your
But,
own."
yeah, you know, so shout out CK. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Jesus. Happy Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, you know?
Facts.
All of that.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Hey, niggas going on tour, bro. Bryson, what's up? What you saying?
2023, we going on
here,
tour.
bro.
Christmas
Hey,
carols, you
I'm
heard?
coming back 2023 with braids and earrings
Spaniards.
too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Spaniards.
That ass too.
Hey, the couch is lit.
Yeah, what you got on?
How do you feel about that Spanish couch?
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable with it.
Well, you rather hear French?
Debatable. We got the Docs on the feet, per
Docs.
usual. Palace on the pins. Shout out to my boy Kwesi
Yeah.
for the PSG training top.
The real
I've only worn
my
this.
boy.
I've only worn this twice in my life. Once when I cooked niggas in New Jersey,
Yeah?
in Plainsboro.
How you
That's 'cause
cook
I
them?
wasn't there.
I dropped 4 to 5. How much I
wasn't
dropped,
there.
bro?
That's
How
why.
much I drop it?
Listen, I'm not
I
gonna
just-
lie. Mbappe isn't even
The
Mbappe compared to this
spirit of
guy.
Mbappe was in my body. I cooked
Yeah.
niggas,
Haitian Mbappe.
and then now.
Because I wasn't there. That's all.
So
That's all I'm saying.
that's all.
Yeah. So we gonna do that.
Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All cold.
Unreleased. No one has it.
Unreleased.
It's actually Brandon's. Wait, let me wear it for today.
Not the sweatshirt.
Who designed it?
I got
Seb,
the
who
t-shirt,
designed
though.
it?
Yeah, you do have it. Oh, this is by Sebastian Calla,
Who dat?
unreleased.
His name.
Who that?
Diego Maradona tee or hoodie, I guess. You know, you can't have this, but
Descansa en paz, Diego.
Hey, all the Argentina fans are sick.
I know. I'm sorry.
Descanso en paz. Yeah.
Rest in peace to Maradona, of course, legend. I don't know if y'all saw, but Naples. We didn't talk about it. Just one thing.
Drake?
The the amount of support that like other
nigga.
nations like gave for Argentina.
Leave Drake out of shit.
Like the way
man.
that Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Shout out my Bengalis.
No,
Oh
wow,
my
do you
God.
saw that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out
Anyway,
to
yeah,
Bengalis
I think it's
for
really cool that like
For
when
sure.
another nation gets behind like a random nation like that.
For sure.
But yeah. Anyway, rest in peace, Maradona.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Descansa en paz.
Maradona, Diego, Don Diego,
Yeah.
Maradona.
Bringing it back around.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
Footy for the culture.
Hugh did.
Shout out Hugh Roberts.
Our boy.
Just re-signed in the USL.
Yes, sir.
Shaking
gang,
shit
gang.
on the pitch, off the pitch, backyard footy. Check him out.
Top defender.
You know what I'm saying? Much love to Hugh, man. Much love to Hugh.
We'll get him on the show too, for sure.
Much love to Hugh. And much love to you all for watching 5ASIDE Podcast.
That's it. Merry
episode 13.
Happy New Year,
We
Merry
love
Christmas.
y'all. Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
We appreciate y'all.
We love y'all.
Coming in 2023, bigger, better, stronger. Yeah. We
Yeah,
love y'all.
you know what I'm
Gonna see
saying?
y'all
Different
in
hair,
2023.
different stew. It's about to be
everything.
different. I
Yes,
promise
sir.
you that.
We coming
Promise
in
you that.
strong.
Hey,
Love.
Ala Madrid is back. Let's go.
Oh my God. Peace, God. Barcelona. Peace.
Episode 13.